Thank you for intelligence. So sorry about my first video. I had NEPA disconnect me in between and it became long and I decided to just redo the whole thing. Right? So this is a redo literally. So if you don't get to watch that, that is very long. You see, because I understand what it is to sit down and watch a video for that long. I decided to start shortening my video, right? Because I personally don't think it's needful to keep a video that long, right? Like 25 thereabouts feels cool, right? Just because I feel led, right, to talk, and most times I'm not talking on script, right? Doesn't mean that I don't even think I can talk on script because I love the flow of source directly through me. I don't like to prep because I just love it to flow, right? And it's very important to me that that flow is authentic. That's why I don't prep. So in between, I'm always thanking Infinite Intelligence for animating all that can exist, for animating my being, my everything. So self worth, right? My self worth is that of love head, right? Seeing a king, right? A king that would always be all about love. Why? Because the kingdom of that king is love. And so material things isn't the goal of the king because king has everything. King is abundant. The king is what gives abundance. But yes, when the king decides to step into that field to come down to be seen as normal as anybody else, right? The king has to disguise, and so it felt like that king in disguise, right? And so because of that, I am not someone that has seen anything as what defines me, any circumstances, any challenge or whatever I face. I just see it as a training that that king is learning to be a better king, right? That is all I see. And this brings me to that point of seeing that God used itself to bet all that can exist. So even if I see myself as Godhead, right, I don't think there'll be more something more meaningful to use to create all that can exist, right? If not myself, right? So I see myself in everything. And there's a song that keeps me resonating on that memory that my soul holds. And the song goes, I'm just don't mind my voice. But the words of the song would be picked from me singing it, right? And the song goes, everything you see is everything you are. Consciousness dreaming in form, in time, in motion. Ah, every face a mirror, every shadow turns to light. Every breath is us learning how to feel alive. So I soften and seeing. So I rest inside and feel. That song, that song gives me goosebumps every time I sing it because I sing it from my heart. Because my heart knows that this is true because love is one. And so, honestly speaking, there's nobody I can ever be angry with. And so when I cut people off, right, it's not out of anger. I'm not angry at anybody. And when I talk with the passion of ADHD that people most often think that is anger, it's just passion. And passion, right, can be intense. And he said, desire is a burning flame, right? So that fire can feel like that. And that's what I try to explain to people when I'm intense and I, it's not like I'm angry. I'm not angry. I don't have that ego that can be angry. What am I angry about? Right? Because everything is still infinite intelligence, right? But the thing is, infinite intelligence is always going to be a present being that can be really tuned in into the present. So if I'm not presently genuinely in that positive energy, I cannot tune in and express infinite intelligence. This is the secret, right? That I want everyone to understand easily and get in tune to. Because I want to see love everywhere. I want to see love expressed in all realms of existence. And my self worth, right, is why I've always known that whoever I give all my heart to, because my self worth is why I cannot just be with anybody, right? I don't know how to. I don't know how to move from one person to one person, and it has just never made sense to me. So I've always been someone that would not be in any relationship at all, right? Than be in one relationship that would be temporary, because I want something permanent, something forever. I want it for eternity kind of relationship, right? And when I was small, right, I created this. It's crazy. I created this stuff. It's so big. Well, I created it thinking of that one that would just love anything from me, right? Because I'm like that. I don't. It doesn't matter. It's not like it was the most expensive beads that I used in creating them, right? I created them out of everything I could lay my hands on, and I created them with all of my heart, right? For that one that would love it just the way I love it. But doesn't mean that if my twin flame doesn't love it, it will be like a bad thing. I could always create something new. That's how I see it, right? It's just this has a lot of momentum. As far I have always kept this for years, right? And that my self worth did not look down on myself and feel like I will not have someone that would love me and be crazy about me. I know that there is someone that would love me equally as I love. Why? Because I've been a caregiver on free will. I will choose to be a caregiver, right? And I took care of people, right? I massaged people, I helped people recover, I helped them sustain states that were quite intense just to build progress. And if I could take care of people that couldn't give me back that love, this has always been me pouring out love endlessly because I feel I'm infinite well, right? But yes, I've come to that point where I want to contain that love within myself and expand it, not just giving it out. I want it to feel exactly how it feels like within me. So my twin flame is someone that I would take my time to massage all over. I would not I will not do less than what I do for other people, and I do it with my whole heart. Being a caregiver, I give my whole heart. I didn't act like, oh, this person deserves this. No, I gave care with all of my being, and with that intensity is what I plan to give my twin flame, because this is someone that wants this person I am right now, right? That is that energy that splits to form both consciousness, right? Like two energy splits, and that's me and my twin flame, right? And so because of that understanding, right, I would only desire to give the best of the best of my best. And so I would rather be with my twin flame than be with anyone in all of existence. In all lifetimes. I don't mind coming over and over again just to get it right. Because it is better for me to be with that one that my heart calls out for, right? In all of existence than be with another person, another person, another person. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be with more than one person. So this is why I cannot see myself, right, in spaces that doesn't feel like me. Because I'm not really seeking so much. I just seek something that feels like me, that loves me, that wants me. And so when I don't feel that energy, I can feel it. I can identify energy that wants me. It's it's clear. It feels good, right? Because when you're in spaces that you feel good in, you call it good vibe, right? And so I know good vibe when I see one. And so I cannot be coerced or manipulated into spaces that doesn't want me. I feel the energy because I'm energy myself, right? So when I'm in spaces that welcome every part of me, it feels good. I don't feel like, and I know when it is real because it feels true. Thank you, please, intelligence, for I mean it's not that can exist. So yes, this doesn't mean I'm not seeing God in everything. It's just I'm seeing God that respects and values the God within me that I have now placed as my priority. That God that gives me life is what I'm so all about these days that nothing else makes sense if it is not that God within me that gives me life. I want to dig and unfold and unravel the God within me. And anyone that would be in that energy of wanting to understand this love we exist within, right? It's always welcomed. But I can't force you to see what we exist within as something meaningful. Or I can't force you to be someone that would think God is something of value, right? I don't want to initiate your relationship with God. I want you to see it for yourself and be something you seek to understand by yourself, right? And so I I'm loving my company. I'm loving being by myself. I'm loving learning my feelings, learning my flaws, and seeing how beautiful they are because they tell a story that I can't really explain to you if you have not lived my life, right? And all this, right, comes to me as God in expression. And so I'm happy, always happy and always grateful to be alive, to be someone that can move and feel and so not having 1,000 likes right now, right? Or 1,000 views, right? Doesn't change my self-worth. It doesn't define it. External things cannot define my self-worth and should not define your self-worth because it takes perfect life to breathe in. It takes pure infinite intelligence to exist. And that should be what defines you. Because if you put everything that defines you, right, as a priority, when you are dead, that is none of them exist. Like you need to be existed to have a chaotic day. You need to exist to have anything, possessions, to have a master's degree, to have a BSc, to have a job. If you do not exist, you cannot have any of those things. And so for me, I have made what gives me life as my self worth, what defines me, that core, and that I call Keda, right? That I call infinite intelligence. Because I love to learn infinite intelligence. And you see, infinite intelligence is infinite, it does not have a limit, it's endless. So I have gotten myself on part of infinite learning, right? And it's endless, right? And everything outside me is limitations to this infinity within me. And so my self worth cannot be reduced by, oh, my haircut, my clothings, because all these are just external. They are things that wouldn't even exist if I wasn't breathing. I don't know if I've made myself clear. And because I understand that God is everything, right? The age of love is all I want to see. And like I'm seriously tired and wondering if everybody's not tired of chasing anything but not infinite intelligence. Because the more I get in tune with source, the more external things lose any ounce of meaning to me anymore. And so a king that his kingdom is love is more interested about seeing love reign than anything because his kingdom is love. So what is the reign of a king without love? That is the question, right? And so sorry about the long video because I've tried to make sure that my videos are not so lengthy because I cannot sit down and watch such a long video, right? And even this length, right? The short ones I've started making, I advise you to watch them on fast forward because the truth is it doesn't make sense to put anything above love and putting even an information above how you feel is not important to me because how you feel is more important to me than even the information. If you can feel good without even hearing from me, I'll be so happy about it. Like you don't even need to watch my videos seriously because that's all I'm all about. Like the whole point of me coming out to you is that you feel good knowing that you are God and you are worthy to exist. That is why you do it. Like existence needs you to be complete unto itself, right? You don't need to fit in. You don't need to have it all. You don't need to have what's going for you. All that can be going for you at that moment might just be that you're breathing. And that is totally fine. Honestly speaking, right now, what I have going for me right now is that I exist and I'm breathing and I'm living and I'm excited to be God's expression, to be excited to be what God can express itself through. That is the most important thing you can ever do, to exist as God in expression. And the thing is, God is the most powerful force in all of existence. You do not exist in vain. There is no less in your existence. So do not think there's a less self worth within you because maybe you don't have anything going on for you right now, or you feel you don't have anything going on. But just existing is everything because it takes existing to for everything to change. If you do not exist, there's nothing that can change. You can't go from this to this situation. You first have to have a situation, you have to exist. Then there's a situation, right? And so I grow every day, and I'm happy I have this infinite connection to source growing for me. That's what's working for me. And so today I'm just starting to grow. This is my starting point. I just started growing today, right? I don't have gym. I've not been to the gym in how many years, right? And just imagine how I would be when I have gym access, right? And I'm just started growing and having all the gym access I need. I probably will sleep in the gym, right? Because this is me working out without gym, just ADHD, right? And it helps, right? It's a lot of hyper focused energy. I can really create a vortex. But yes, I'm happy that I can be source in expression, right? And I don't even eat meat. I don't have 3 square meals a day. And I grow every day. I put in that work, right? I do what I can at the present moment. And what I can at the present moment might be washing toilets. And I do it with my whole heart. Why? Because that is what I can do. And the thing is, I would do what is needed. Because the truth is, I would rather wash the toilet and know that it's clean to my spec than have someone wash it and be considering, is that really clean? Am I really safe here? That certainty of it's me that did it, it's me that can ensure that yes, I did a good job, right? I did it to my taste. I watched it thoroughly because I'm always liking to be thorough. Sometimes I always think I'm a perfectionist, right? But yes, I'm not a perfectionist. I can't really say it, but I like it to be as as to my best of my ability. He said a job well done is never done again, right? Not like it will never get dirty again, but at least at that point in time, right? I've done the best of my best. And so I'm always happy, right? I'm always happy to be able to exist and exist freely as myself. So yes, this is me, and I just started growing. This is my day one. A newborn baby that just started growing, right? And today is my starting point. So join me another day, another starting point, right? I'm not going anywhere. There's no limitation to where I'm going. I don't have a destination, right? I grow infinitely. I don't have any point of where I'm going to. I'm just growing. I'm enjoying it. And it's interesting, it's fun, it's energetic, it's releasing energy and transmitting energy at the same time. And at one point here, I've just been in a blissful state of smiling. And let me correct this. This isn't my sense of what. Like I said, my sense of what came long ago when I was making this stuff, right? For the one I love so much, thinking about the love of my life. Oh Lord, the one I would spend the rest of eternity with, right? And yes, that was when I made this, right? And I've always kept this with me, even when I didn't even imagine it was possible, right? I just knew that there's got to be someone I give this to that would love it just as much. It doesn't mean that if she doesn't love it, that it's be like a bad thing. I wouldn't kneel her on top of a bunch of cavalry for it. Though I've dreamt of many times she would be happy to collect it, considering the fact that I crafted it myself. But it still doesn't mean that I can't craft something new, right? I can always create something new. And that's the thing. Like if I could learn how to do nails and do everything, I would learn how to do all that just so that I can be the one doing it for my my team play. Like I want to really want to do everything. I don't mind cleaning the whole house, right? I'm working and doing everything because I feel like I can do everything. Like I can do it. So why should I? I don't like third parties, right? I don't like a third party inside. So I don't feel like a cleaner will not be a third party. Oh my god. So yes, thank you very much. I'm not going to make this thing longer than right, and I'll try to make it shorter. I'll try to articulate what I'm saying and make it brief as much as possible because I think I can make it less lengthy and still effective because yeah, I'm trying to be effective and trying to grow every day and I don't think there's a limit to my growth. So I'm infinite intelligence in expression, just as sure. And infinite intelligence is always a present state of being. When you're presently genuinely feeling good. I'm sorry for all my teeth out, but the truth is I can't help the fun and the joy of it. But yes, love is beautiful. And yes, I blew my mind. I blew my mind myself. I'm like, wow.